This is NocturnalMachine bringing you a Fortnite Technical Training tutorial. If you're tired of getting sniped in the forehead every time you peek over a ramp or ledge, watch this video until the end. I guarantee by the end of this video, you'll get clicked on the forehead a lot less. In this tutorial, I'll be showing you how to ghost peek, how to set up a course to practice ghost peeking and aiming, and we'll show you the course and creative mode being used as it's intended to be used. Ghost peeking refers to the act of aiming and shooting at opponents in a way that allows you to minimize bloom while also minimizing how much your character is exposed to taking shots. Real quick before I begin, if you enjoy this sort of content, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, hit the notifications icon to be notified of new videos, give the video a thumbs up, and comment if you have anything you'd like to say. Socials are also included in the video description as well. I'm going to go ahead and start off by showing you the course, explaining the different parts of it, and then we'll get into how it's intended to primarily be used and a few other ways that it can be used, give you a general aim practice time, and be really efficient at being able to practice over and over again without having to reset the course. Once I've shown you the course, I'll slowly go through the steps that are required to properly ghost peek. We'll start off very slowly focusing on the movement and actions necessary to learn ghost peeking. With some practice, you'll eventually be able to do this in game at normal to fast speeds. And last but not least, I'll show you the different components that I used in this course and how to put it together and build your own in creative mode so that you can continue to use it and get better at aiming, ghost peeking, and just general overall gameplay. Now, none of the sentries are configured at the moment for mid-range to long distance, so I can get kind of close without getting shot up. So what you're seeing at the bottom right here are the barrier icons, and that is so that you can continue to shoot at the sentries without fear of breaking any of the structure and then permanently removing the sentry that gets broken through. So in this part of the video, I'm going to go ahead and go through the using the course and walk you through the ghost peeking steps. So obviously, when pushing somebody or in a defensive posture, it's better to crouch until you're ready to shoot. You don't want to keep your head above the edge because you will get shot, just like that guy almost shot us. I guess that guy is configured. Alright, step back a little bit. Alright, so standard peeking would consist of trying to aim in and then shoot. And as you see right here, I'll aim in, and as I stand up, you'll see the reticle spread out a little bit. I'm going to do that again. So say I'm aimed here, the reticle zooms out, and then it goes back into first person for shot accuracy. Now, in order to get around that bloom like that, and having to wait for that first shot accuracy reticle to readjust, what you can do, and this is what's referred to as ghost peeking, is instead of crouching, aiming, and then trying to shoot as you stand up, what you can do is you can stand up, and as you'll notice right here, instantly the reticles go to first shot accuracy. I'll do that again. As opposed to, and you can compare it, as I crouch and aim and stand up, notice the reticle spreads out a little bit. And we're kind of far out, that's why it looks like the reticle's not stretching out too much, but there's a difference. Instant, and then it expands and then contracts. Alright, so if you want to learn ghost peeking, you can use this type of course, build it yourself, and practice this motion right here. Obviously firing upon aiming down sights. Alright, one last time before I actually do ghost peeking so that you can see what it looked like. Stand up, aim, shoot, crouch back down, and it should look like that. And here's some regular gameplay with a few different weapons and what it looked like. try it out with a different weapon and add a little bit of building aspect to this. I think that guy's gonna respawn too. Yeah, he's gonna respawn. And that's what no scoping / ghost peeking would look like with the sniper rifle. Send up here. Not close enough yet. I wonder if he'll shoot me. Nope. Alright, that's pretty much a rough idea of how you can use the course and practice aiming, practice ghost peeking. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and go into the admin mode of creative mode and show you the different aspects of the build and give you a few tips and tricks as far as placement of the sentry trap and the customization settings, as well as these barrier items that can help protect your structure to make sure you can keep using this over and over again without having to restart the game. Alright, so first and foremost, here are the two components that are used. It's the sentry trap, and here's the barrier trap right here. Alright, and I'm going to go ahead and remove this so you can see underneath as well. As you can see, everywhere there's a sentry, there's a barrier trap put underneath, and that's to protect the floor underneath the sentry from getting shot out. As sentries get shot out, in order to reset everything, you'll have to restart the game. So if they don't get shot out, you don't have to restart the game, you can keep shooting. I'm going to go here and quickly discuss the sentry trap. Now, as you look at the sentry trap right here, right, you notice that square right here with the 3 blue lights. Now, this, I don't know why exactly this is, but if you want your sentry to face a certain way, you have to make sure that these 3 blue lights are towards the back, or the opposite way that you want the sentry to face. So if you want the sentry to face this way, you have to make sure that the opposite side has these 3 blue lights. So as you'll notice, all of these sentry traps have the 3 blue lights. Alright, now we can go to the customize settings. Weapon type is pretty self-explanatory, although rocket launchers and shotguns wouldn't really work in this situation, but that's up to you. Again, full health and shield, or half or none, is preference depending on your situation and your needs. If you're trying to do like a speed run and you not worried about having to restart over and over again, you can set this to not respawn, and then work on killing every single sentry, and then start over when you're done. Range, if you look here, it's close. I'm going to go ahead and accept. And if you see around here, you'll see there's a blue hazy box. I don't know if you can see that outline right there. That box is to show you the sentry's box of sensing, right, when it'll activate. Right, so if I change this and I go to medium, notice how it gets pushed out more. So be aware of that when you're doing sentry configuration. And obviously 4 is going to be extremely far. You want to keep in mind that you want to be able to ramp up as you start off and not have to worry about getting shot. Proximity style or target style says proximity, and if you want to start off, you can use line of sight. It just depends on what kind of weapon you're using. If it's assault rifle, you do not want to do proximity because it'll pretty much spam the AR and break all of your builds and almost kill you instantly, either from fall damage or headshots. I usually do proximity for pistols, and then I'll do maybe one proximity with the AR and one line of sight with the AR at the top, or the further sentries, the sentries that are further away. And I usually leave adaptive aim off. Again, all of these settings are based on your needs. Alright, and obviously the pyramid structure is pretty self-explanatory. I was kind of working with the tight space, so you'll see these double tiles right here. But outside of that, again, you're going to want to place these barrier blocks pretty much anywhere wall or floor could be broken. If you're not worried about, if you don't want your structure to be broken at all. So those are the two components of the pyramid ghost peeking course that I've created. Hopefully you'll be able to recreate this in your creative island and use it for your own training. Alright, that'll be it for the video. Thanks for watching. I hope you can use this information to get better at the game. I'll continue to post video tutorials on different aspects of Fortnite and how I'm working to get better at the game. If you enjoy this sort of content, please consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. Hit the notifications icon so you'll immediately be notified when new videos are uploaded. Give the video a thumbs up and comment if you have anything you'd like to say or if you have any requests for videos.